Hello everyone. First of all, I'd like to welcome our official guests, the Honourable Michael McCormack, Federal Member for the Riverina, Ray James, OAM, President of RSL New South Wales, and his wife Pauline, Charlie Sheehan, Mayor of Cootamundra NSW, Regional Council. Where is he? Glenn Ivans. Oh yeah, I saw Charlie. I was looking for Glenn. I was already. Glenn Ivans, President of the Southwest District RSL, and his wife Tracy. I'd also like to welcome Charlotte Webb from the Riverina Veteran Wellbeing Centre. Helen Eccleston, yep, from the Cootamundra Red Cross. John Ashcroft, President of the Cootamundra Cootamundra Men's Shed. And I'd also like to welcome all members, family and guests. And the Patriots, of course, to what is the official opening of Cootamundra Sub-Branch Veterans Drop-In Centre. Now I'd like to just say thank you first of all to all the people that have helped out with getting this place up and running. For those who know, we started trialling and working out how to do this place in November, and it has been great to see the involvement from all the members, the Patriots they've come across and been on board and been an absolute great help. And especially to Helen with some of the donations that we've received from yourself and the Red Cross. Also to John for the help with furniture and the fixing of things around the general area and place. Now I'd like to quickly hand on to someone more qualified and to open the joint. Ray James, could you please come forward and say a few words?
Thank you, Danny, and I think before I start, we're talking about a veteran centre and helping veterans. So just before we start, can we also bow our heads for a moment and remember our fallen comrades, please? Lest we forget. Well, again, thank you, and thank you for the kind invitation for myself and my wife to be here. As you all know, my wife's also the state coordinator of all the RSL auxiliaries, and there's auxiliaries throughout the state with our sub-branches. But more important today, this Veteran Centre. I want to thank the sub-branch here at Cootamundra in relation to having this drop-in centre. It's again access for veterans to be able to call in and get access to services that they may require, whether it just be camaraderie, talking to somebody like person who served, tell their stories, whether it be current veterans or older veterans like myself and some older than me. But it's remembering that veterans of all ages, whether it's from World War I right through to the current veteran, we all suffer the same. There's no difference. So, but the big difference is today we've got more services that are available for our veterans, but we've got to touch base with those veterans and find them. They live in all communities throughout New South Wales and Australia for that matter, and the latest census gave us an indication of where they are. So they are out there, and the sub-branches need to do that, do what this sub-branch has done today, or been doing and preparing for today's opening, is somewhere where they can call in and ask for help. Or direction, or just for a talk. Connect them to our Veteran Centre at Nowra, and other people, sorry, not just Nowra too, but Nowra and also Wagga. I know there's some people from Wagga here today, Charlotte and co, so that they connect those to those services there. And also to our National Centre for Veterans Health in Concord in Sydney, at Concord Hospital, which is, if I don't know if people realise, it's like a Ronald McDonald's house, where veterans from the bush can go down to Sydney to get services, available services at that National Centre for Veterans Health, have accommodation and be looked after by the veterans in the sub-branches in the metropolitan area. So this is a very important part of that hub. Okay, we're all hubs, the sub-branches throughout New South Wales are all hubs to connect together to get people services that they require. whether it be housing, medical appointments, advocacy, going for pensions through DVA, the whole lot of things. And like I said, the most important thing is camaraderie. So again, without any further to do, I know everybody's been welcome. Sorry I missed out on welcoming everybody again, Mr. McCormack and the Mayor and others, but I mean they've already been mentioned, so thank you. But I'd just like to, on behalf of the RSL New South Wales and the Board of Directors, thank again the Cootamundra sub-branch and their initiative, and I officially open the drop-in, or the Wellbeing Centre here, the drop-in centre. Thank you very much.
So as Secretary of Trustee, I'd just like to say and just give you a couple of statistics. Last year the volunteers of this centre did 1,916 volunteer hours. So far this year we've reached over 800 so far this year. From the census we found out there's approximately 259 veterans in the 2590 area. We have actually gone up in our sub-branch in 2022 from 73 members to 102, and we've already got 4 new members again this year, which is fantastic. And I would just like to say thank you to all of those volunteers who have helped out over the last X amount of time. The centre is open Wednesday to Saturday 10 till 2 and run by volunteers. First and foremost, the Patriots Military Motorcycle Club are supporting us as their charity, is that right, Kim? To support us as their charity to support, and they come over and help us with our barbecues and that sort of stuff. And our big one was the beach volleyball 2 weekends ago. Huge, 11 and 12 hour days, but it was a really good event, and we've got it again next year. So thank you everybody, and thank you all the volunteers who have helped out, but the more the merrier. Thank you.
Jackie just asked me, did I want to say anything? I'm an apologist. I asked, did you want to say something?
Short one.
Short one. I'll make it short and sweet. April 25 and November 11 are important dates. We all know that, but so are the other 363 days of the year. And we shouldn't just say, lest we forget, on those 2 days I mentioned, we should remember our veterans each and every day of the year, because they served so that we could live in a society, we could live in a town, we could live in a community that absolutely extols peace and absolutely wants that the best for those veterans who put their lives and their livelihoods on the line to serve and protect us. And so to each and every veteran, we say thank you. Not just on Anzac Day, not just on Remembrance Armistice Day, but every day. And this facility is going to help absolutely that cause. So thank you to Ray. I acknowledge Glenn too, and he got a gong in the recent Australia Day Awards for his service. Not just to our country but to veterans. So thank you, Glenn, for all that you do. Thank you to Danny and Jackie, and thank you to your Mayor as well, and to all of those wonderful friends, Charlotte and others from Wagga Wagga. I saw the collar knot bus over there. I thought that might have been how some of those come over here. But this is going to be a great facility, and it's going to be well used. And what it shows is that Cootamundra, postcode 2590, cares that this area has veterans and they care about them. Not every veteran wants the support of DVA. Not every veteran has had the help that they've needed in the past. But please, if you are a veteran or you know a veteran who needs a bit of a support, needs a cup of tea, needs a friendly conversation with somebody who are their peers, who are their friends, tell them to drop in here. And I thank you, Ray, for coming here and opening this important facility.